Welcome back to the social class, dear students. So this is your second class in geography, lesson 2, weather and climate. So yesterday we just stopped up to this. Okay, the climate, the word climate has been derived from ancient word klimo. So what is klimo? Klimo means inclination, we saw. So this is the globe's picture. So what does it shows? The globe has been inclined. Okay, the globe has been inclined. Inclined is nothing but tilted. See, this is tilted. Okay, the globe is tilted. So northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. Got it? Okay, next, controlling factors of weather and climate. We'll see what are the controlling factors of weather and climate. So angles of sun's rays, the length of daytime, altitude, distribution of land and water bodies, location and direction of mountain ranges, air pressure, winds and ocean currents are the major factors which affect the weather and climate of a region. So these are the factors which determines the weather and climates. We will see the first point. The earth is spherical in shape. We all know, right? The earth is spherical in shape. So the sun's rays fall unevenly on the earth's surface. So if this is the earth, okay, if this is spherical in shape, the sun is near to it and it falls unevenly on the earth's surface. The polar region receives slanting sun rays. So this is polar region which receives slanting sun's rays. Hence there is little or no sunlight. Thus, there is an extreme cold winters. Vertical sun's rays fall directly on regions around the equator. Hence, the climate is very hot and almost no winter. So, the other part of the earth doesn't receive sunlight. So, that part of the earth will be extremely cold. So, if this area receives direct sunlight, the other part of the earth doesn't receive sunlight. So, that part of the earth will be extremely cold. Vertical sun's rays fall directly on regions around the equator. So what is equator? So this is if this is the earth, so this is the equator. Okay, this is northern hemisphere and this is southern hemisphere. Hence the climate is very hot and almost no winters. The difference in temperature makes the air and water move in current. Warm air rises and creates more space for air beneath, while cool air settles down. So this is the picture. You can see the sun's rays falling on the earth's surface. Do you know? Scientific study of weather is called meteorology. What is meteorology? Scientific study of weather. One who is studying weather is called as meteorologist. Okay, so this comes in 1 marks for you. So scientific study of weather is called what? Meteorology, and scientific study of climate is called as climatology. So next we are going to see elements of weather and climate. So what are the elements of weather and climate? The first one is temperature, second one is rainfall, third one is pressure, fourth one is humidity, and fifth one is wind. So they are the major elements of weather and climate. So they have given 5 elements of weather and climate. First one is temperature. You could see the picture of thermometer here. Temperature is one of the key elements of weather and climate. So as we all know, temperature is one of the key element, main element of weather and climate. The earth and its atmosphere get heated from the sun through insolation. So the earth and our atmosphere is getting heated through the sun's heat only. So what is insolation? Insolation is nothing but incoming solar radiation. Insolation is nothing but what? Incoming solar radiation. That's called as insolation. Apart from sun's rays, the heated air also depends the atmospheric mass to a small extent. Next, coming to do you know? You have this in short answer. Distribution of weather elements are shown by means of isolines on map. So you can see isolines on map which shows the distribution of elements. Isolines are those which join the place of equal values. Isolines are given different names based on the weather element they represent. So they have given few terms here. So first one is isotherm. So what is isotherm? Isotherm is equal temperature. Second one is isocrine, that is equal lowest mean temperature for a specified period. Next is isohel, equal sunshine. Isolobar, equal pressure tendency showing similar changes over a given time. Isobar, next one is isobar, equal atmospheric pressure, and the last one is isoheight, equal amount of rainfall. Next, temperature varies with time due to changes in the level of radiation which reach the earth's surface. So we could see the temperature is getting varied in time to time, and the radiation which is reaching on the earth's surface differs. This is due to motion of earth. What is motion of earth? Rotation and revolution is called as motion of earth. You would have studied this in 6th standard. Okay, and inclination of earth axis. We all know what is inclination, that is tilting of the earth. The earth is getting tilted. Okay, that is called as inclination. Okay, the temperature influences the level of humidity, the process of evaporation, condensation and precipitation. Okay, the temperature influences the level of humidity. Level of humidity, the process of evaporation, condensation and precipitation. Heat energy from solar radiation is received by the earth through 3 mechanisms. So we will see what are those 3 mechanisms. First one is radiation, second one is conduction, and third one is convection. The earth's atmosphere is heated more by terrestrial radiation than insolation. So what is terrestrial radiation? That is radiation that are in the soil, water and vegetation is called as what? Terrestrial radiation. Next, temperature varies both horizontally and vertically. So what is horizontally and vertically? So this is vertical, that is upward side from the earth's surface is called as vertical, and horizontal from east to west, this is called as what? Horizontal. Okay, so temperature varies both horizontally and vertically. Temperature decreases with increasing height is known as lapse rate, which is 6.5 degrees Celsius per 1000 meters in troposphere. So from the earth's surface, when the temperature is increasing, when the height is increasing, the temperature gets decreased in the 6.5 degree Celsius per 1000 meters in troposphere. So next, coming to factors affecting the distribution of temperature. So what are the factors? First one is latitude, second one is altitude, nature of land, ocean current, prevailing winds, slope, shelter and distance from the sea, natural vegetation and soil are the major factors which affect the distribution of temperature. So these are the factors which affects the distribution of temperature. So what is latitude? So latitude is, so what is altitude? Altitude is nothing but we saw that from the earth's surface, the distance from the earth's surface in height is called as what? Altitude. So latitude is nothing but it is just opposite, horizontally. Nature of land, we have different kinds of land. Okay, ocean current, So what is ocean current? Ocean current is nothing but it's a continuous or directed movement of a sea water which generates by number of forces according acting upon the water including wind, that is called as ocean current. So next one is measuring temperature. The temperature of a unit volume of air at a given time is measured in scales like Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin. So there are measuring scale known as Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin. Meteorologist, one who studies about the weather, is called as meteorologist. They use the temperature to measure by using thermometer, Stephenson screen and minimum and maximum thermometer. We will see what are they in the picture, the coming slides. The energy received by the earth through insolation is lost by outgoing radiation. So the energy received by the earth through insolation. What is insolation? We saw incoming solar radiation. The earth receives sunlight and heat from the sun. So that is called as what? Insolation. So it is getting lost due to the outgoing radiation from the earth. Atmosphere is mainly heated by outgoing radiation from 2 to 4 p.m. You can see from the time 2 to 4 p.m. the outgoing radiation comes. The heat is going out from the surface of the earth. So the maximum temperature is recorded between 2 to 4 p.m. regularly and minimum temperature is recorded around 4 a.m. before sunrise. So this is the picture of Stephenson screen. So a white wooden box with lowers of shelter thermometers from direct heat of the sun and allow air circulation. You can see a white color wooden box here. So inside this wooden box there will be thermometer inside and they have given a lowers. There will be hole inside that gives air circulation to go inside this box. So this is another picture of Stephenson screen. You can see thermometer kept inside here. And this is the picture of thermometer, and this is a maximum and minimum thermometer. You can see both sides thermometer here, maximum side which shows maximum side, another one shows minimum side. Next, mean temperature. What is mean temperature? The average of maximum and minimum temperature within 24 hours is called what? Mean daily temperature. That is 87 degree Fahrenheit. So this F denotes here Fahrenheit, right? We studied Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin, isn't it? Measuring in scales, the temperature measured in scales is called as what? Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin. So here F represents what? Fahrenheit. So the average of maximum and minimum temperature within 24 hours, that is within one day, is called as what? Mean daily temperature. Next, coming to diurnal range of temperature. This shows the difference between the maximum and minimum temperature of a day. That is diurnal range of temperature. This shows what? Difference between maximum and minimum temperature of a day. So next is annual range of temperature. This shows the difference between the highest and lowest mean monthly temperature of a day. That is annual range of temperature. The distribution of temperature is shown by means of isotherms. So what is isotherms? We saw in the previous slide. Do you know isotherms is nothing but equal temperature. Isotherms are imaginary lines which connect the same temperature of different places. So next one, heat zones of the earth. The fact that the earth is spherical in shape results in different parts of the earth getting heated differently. So we could see the earth is spherical in shape, okay? It gets slanting sunrise, okay? So different parts of the earth gets heated differently, okay? So this is equator and this sunrise comes directly and falls on this place, and these regions get heated very hot. So these places are getting slanting sun's rays, so that will be deferred. So heat will be deferred in those regions. Based on the heat received from the sun, Earth is divided into 3 zones. So, we will see what are those 3 zones. They are torrid zone, temperate zone and frigid zone. What are they? Torrid zone, temperate zone and frigid zone. Okay children, we will just wind up this class up to this. Next class we shall continue. Thank you and take care.